Welcome to the NBA Brooklyn, USA by Stephen P. Schwartz and Glenn Adams, October 2012. From the playgrounds to the schoolyards, from the local Y to the JCC and the NBA, there is nothing more passionate than driving the basket and dropping a deuce. It's as plain as the black and white, just like the uniforms of the new Brooklyn Nets. So whether it was the New Jersey Americans of Teaneck, the New York Nets of Comac and Uniondale, New York, the New Jersey Nets of Piscataway, East Rutherford, or Newark, basketball has come full circle and landed on the doorstep of Brooklyn in the form of the Brooklyn Nets. While history should be remembered, perhaps it was time to draw the line and start something new, a new name. Glenn and I had secret meetings at some iconic Brooklyn eateries, Junior's, Nathan's, Roland Roaster, Jimmy's Heroes, and Hinch's Luncheonette, to name a few. It's just too bad that our Russian friend opted out of calling the team the Brooklyn Bridges. I still can't believe that Glenn wanted to call them the Brooklyn Knishes. You may not have been born in Brooklyn, but I bet someone in your family was. Perhaps they strolled the boardwalk from Brighton Beach to Coney Island, stood fixated by the view from the promenade in Brooklyn Heights, attended Brooklyn College, saw a concert at the BAM, or just chilled in Sunset Park, Bay Ridge, Crown Heights, Cobble Hill, or Bensonhurst. There is a perverse pride of anyone with roots in Brooklyn. Brooklyn is the birthplace of unique and fun-loving characters. The history of the Nets is chock full of nuts. The Nets lineup featured two doctors, a Whopper that you couldn't even get at Burger King, and a Superman who ate himself out of basketball. Dr. J, Julius Erving, Dr. K, Larry Keenan, the Big Whopper, Billy Paltz, and Super John Williamson. And let's not forget the ringmasters, Lou Carnesecca, Kevin Lockery, and Chuck Daly. Brooklyn lost the Dodgers, got back the Cyclones, and the cherry on the sundae is the Brooklyn Nets. Welcome home. The Nets in Brooklyn and the Knicks in Manhattan, let the rivalry begin. There are many sports rivalries in the New York metropolitan area. In baseball, it's the Yankees and the Mets. In football, it's the Giants and the Jets, and the hockey threesome featuring the Rangers, the Devils, and the Islanders. However, the Nets and the Knicks could be the quintessential rivalry of two teams in the same city and the same division. This has the Brooklyn Dodgers and the New York Giants written all over it. Now that the battle lines have been drawn, it's time to pick a side. Do you go with the James Dolan, Cablevision, Spike Lee New York Knicks, with the never-ending refurbishment of Madison Square Garden, coached by Mike Woodson and led by Amari Stoudemire and Carmelo Anthony, or with the Russian billionaire Mikhail Prokhorov, Jay-Z Brooklyn Nets, in the new Barclays Center led by Darren Williams, Brooke Lopez, and the ex-Mr. Kim Kardashian? Are the two Knicks NBA championships from a million years ago going to keep the Knicks fans in their seats? The Nets do have two ABA championships. The teams are in each other's backyard. So as one team succeeds and the other will be motivated to do the same, look at the Nets. They were this close to getting Dwight Howard. Prokhorov versus Dolan, let the battle of the egos begin. Ultimately, it will be the basketball fans that win. There have been many efforts and visions of moving sports franchises and the development that goes along with it. We all know about the fiasco of the Jets to the West Side rail yards. The jury is still out on the efforts to clean up and develop the junkyards around Citi Field. Who knew that the humble, unassuming guy that Glenn met in the owner's box years ago at the Meadowlands Arena with a black V-neck sweater with cookie crumbs on it had the gumption to get it done? So kudos to Bruce Ratner. Stephen had a dream years ago. It was a vision of Anthony Weiner being the next mayor of New York City, and Lawrence Frank as the coach of the Brooklyn Bridges holding the trophy high. I guess I screwed that one up. But the vision has changed. In the next 5 years, when the Nets win their first NBA championship, I see Mikhail Prokhorov, Marty Markowitz, and Avery Johnson holding the Larry O'Brien Trophy high. I'll be on the Brooklyn Aquarium float as the championship parade rolls down Flatbush Avenue.